Welcome to I Am Woke. Hey, what's up? Satnam Namaste. My name is Emelina. Welcome to I Am Woke. I'm going to take you guys through a collective energy reading for April 14th to the 21st. And I'm going to pull some oracle cards. Got the decks with me, and we'll do a little clairsentience, claircognizance reading. If you're new to my world, I welcome you to subscribe, tap the bell for notifications so you don't miss any energy updates or videos I publish in the future. I publish energy updates every week that I think you guys are gonna love. I'm in my Akashic Records. They are Akashic Records collective readings for light workers. And I also publish videos on personal and spiritual development. If that sounds like your vibe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you're new also, my name is Emelina. I am a psychic medium. A shaman, an energy worker, an energy healer. I am a high performance life coach and a personal branding coach. That's what I got for now. And if you are unaware, I have an amazing meditation that I will link in the description below that you can get a hold of for free. It's iamemelina.com/meditation. It's a full guided 45-minute meditation and an explainer video that teaches you how to tap into and tune into your own source connection, strengthen your connection, remove any like psychic interference out of your energy fields. It's like an automatic decording for those of you that do like cord cutting. That's a really great meditation where you don't even have to focus on it. You're actually focusing on your internal flame, your vibrant ability to connect with yourself and source, and it does all of the things for you magically. Get a hold of that in the description. And I'm just gonna jump right in. So we are like the week after the last eclipse. I don't know how many of you that hit very strongly, but everyone I know is feeling it. And if you're feeling sick at all, I feel like the message has been everybody is going through some sort of like set of ascension symptoms. So just allow it to run through you. Drink lots and lots and lots of water. If you're dehydrated, just kick up your water game because we're processing a lot of energy because of that eclipse. Just does a lot to the cellular memory in our bodies. So yes. Okay, let me tune in and then let's get like a good read here. Welcome to all of you. Thank you for those of you that are here now. Thank you for anyone that pops in and watches this video later. I love you guys. I'm happy to be here. This is one of my favorite ways to serve and be available on YouTube. So anyway, pumped for it. All right. For those of you that don't know, I channel the Law of One, Divine Mother and Divine Father, Source Consciousness, and the Akashic Records. All right, what does the collective most need to know right now for this week coming up? And as a little note, this is intended to be a timeless reading. Whenever you stumble on this, there's going to be a message for you here. So keep that in mind as well. Go with the flow. This is going to be a week where you might not know exactly like who you are, how you are, and how you function, if that makes any sense. We're kind of in the middle of shifting identities from who we've been in the past to like the new version of ourselves that was kind of like solidified and baked through the solar eclipse. And a lot of that is very unknown. It's going to feel very new for you. You're going to feel like you're dancing with a new version of yourself, like you're inviting a very new character development within yourself. You're going to say things very differently, do things very differently. You might surprise yourself in a number of ways. You might surprise other people in a number of ways because you might just be acting differently than you usually would, but it's going to feel like the right way to act. It's going to feel like you're making the decisions from the place of extraordinary confidence, even though you may not have made decisions like this before in the past, if that makes sense. It'll feel like you, but you're not sure what that version of you does yet because it doesn't exist in the past. It exists in the future, and you're creating that future from the now through that transition. So it's just going to feel natural and organic, but very, very new. So that's the start of our reading here. All right, Spirit, give us a theme. What's the overall theme for this week? Whoop, that one's sticking out, but okay. Okay, Samaritan refines your capacity to help others you would prefer to ignore. So what's coming forward as a theme for the week, is just the overall theme for the week, is step outside of yourself and think about a way that you can serve, a way that you can step into a position of leadership that might be different for you, that might feel a little uncomfortable, because it'll highlight the fact that you've actually kind of mastered some things that you may have been placing it in the shadows or in hiding. And some of that mastery might just be your presence. Like, I don't know if someone's going to ask you for help, or you're going to be in a position to offer some sort of assistance or help towards someone or towards yourself even. And you might be surprised at how easy it's going to be and how much of a great awareness and effect you're going to have on that person or that group of people, that you might completely change their perception for the better in the future, because you decided to step outside of yourself and be a Samaritan and offer some assistance to somebody in need. What further clarity can you offer us, Spirit, for this week ahead? Okay, the next one that came out was the Trickster. Transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. And the shadow attribute is manipulating others through duplicity. So you might run into some, they're showing me like mirrors or shadows being reflected through light, like illusions. What this card is showing me is there are going to be some mental illusions that you're going to be cutting through, some ideas or some stories that are projections either from your shadow or from other people around you. It's kind of this idea like that not everything is exactly as it looks. And when you create a story around things that seem like they look one way, when you shift your perception or your perspective just even slightly, the mirror and the refraction changes, and then the light and the shadow changes. So it's almost like the mental shadows and the people that are projecting any ill around you, upon you, near you, themselves on you, can be removed by just shifting your facet of your point of view. And in doing that, you'll resolve any mental illusions, because they're not actually like real. It's just like watching the tricks. They're showing me, like, if you guys know the Plato's allegory of the cave, it's like the people that are sitting in the chairs, like looking at the cave wall, like they're chained to these chairs, and there's a fire behind them, and there are like people that are holding little stick figures and stuff up to like shine shadows on the wall. And the people that are sitting in the rows, like chained to watching this wall, see those shadows and think those shadows are real life. But really it's an entertainment. It's an act that's put on by the people with the puppets and the fire behind them. So it's like Spirit's showing it to me in this way. So the way you're going to look at and perceive your reality this week is very much through the lens of Plato's allegory of the cave. If you have not heard of it, just do a quick Google search on it. It is just as I explained. But if you want to go in depth on that. But it's about knowing that there are a lot of different energies that are at play, whether it's other people's projections of thought on you, whether it's like dense psychic energy, whether it's the shadows and the games of your own mind, the games of the lower level ego. It's just lots of tricks. So those tricks show up as negative stories that are projected in front of you, and sometimes we see those stories as reality. And again, they're showing me the trick to getting out of that story is to just change the facet from which you view your world. Just change your perspective. Just change your perception. Even if it's just for a moment, be like, is this true? What if it wasn't true? Can I get outside of myself? Which I feel like is where the Samaritan card is coming up. It's like, can I step outside of myself? Like, what if I were playing a different role in this universe, in this story? What if instead of being the person chained to the chair watching the wall in Plato's allegory of the cave, and like watching the images being projected onto the wall from the fire, the shadows, right? What if instead of that, what if I shifted myself into a position of leadership? What if I had something to share? What if I can get up out of this chair and offer a perspective where I'm looking back at the crowd and then telling the crowd what's going on? Or like, what if I want to shift and I want to go back to the fire behind me in Plato's allegory of the cave and like actually be one of the puppeteers? Or I don't know, what if I want to usher people to their seats? They're showing me this like stage scenario, and that there are many different roles that we can choose or not choose to play. And if you just, even for a moment, break out of the role that you've agreed to play, break out of your perception of yourself, your ego, your understanding of yourself, and just entertain another role, even if it's a role you don't typically embrace, just the act of trying to put on a new facet and to take on a new role will change your perception, if not just for that moment, which will break the illusions of the mind. They're literally showing me glass shattering in front of my face. And whenever that happens for me, that's like when there's an epiphany. It's when the previous paradigm of thinking is literally broken. It's when spirit is given the opportunity to step in, because we're no longer thinking in the same like mental paradox, which is almost like a hamster wheel where we're stuck on the same cycle over and over and over and over again. And the issue with that, like I'm trying to think about how to explain this. It's like when you're stuck on that mental cycle, it can seem so real because the mind can latch on like a dog with a bone and just chew it and chew it and chew it and chew it from lots of different angles and keep chewing, but you're still chewing the same idea. So what they're saying is to remember, if you step out and change your role, change the facet of the character that you offer the world, even in just a moment or a day, or try it on for a week, like instead of being the viewer, for example, okay, instead of being the viewer of your reality and passively participating and consuming social media, what happens if you step into a creator role and you stop consumption and you step into just being the offering? And that's also the Samaritan thing as well that's coming forward. Actually, a lot of you, this message is coming through really strong for whoever needs to hear this. This may be the time for you to shut down consumption of social media and for you to only output, for you to only create, and to stop everybody else's input coming into your mind. And they're asking me to share my experience with Instagram. So Instagram and I have had a love-hate relationship for a very long time. But I don't know, the last few months since I've started YouTube, I've stopped engaging on Instagram. Like I don't consume. And when I go on there, like, I don't know, I was on Instagram like yesterday and I caught myself scrolling through and I was like, oh, wow, I totally understand why I needed to separate from this app, because the short form content are so many different projections all at once. It's so overstimulating for the mind that it gives a lot to process. And it for me, and you'll know from your experience, but for me, it almost prevents me from being able to connect to my authentic creativity. So I kind of just refuse to do it now. It's very addictive. The same will be for TikTok, because it gives the brain the dopamine, that like fast high that it needs, almost like a drug. But it's not necessarily good because it is very overstimulating. Only take that if it resonates. But they're telling me very clearly for whoever needs to hear this, and I think there's a number of you, that now will be a good time to stop consumption and to move into the creator role, move into the leadership role. Now, leadership, they're telling me does not have to be teaching, okay? Like the way most people think about leadership is more like you are leading. But here's the thing, you can lead through being. You can lead through creating. You can lead through your presence just by sharing your authenticity, sharing your guidance, guidance in the terms of like what you're learning on the day-to-day basis, including people in on your process, exposing some of your process, and not trying to do anything with it, just like being a creator, showing yourself, showing your process in a very authentic way. Not assuming that you have to do anything in order to get like likes or notoriety from or like algorithmic favoring, or it's like doing it for you. I don't know exactly what this is going to click into place for you guys. I know how healthy that is, but Spirit's leading me in that direction. I think there's just a lot of you that think that like you're not enough, or that think like, oh, that's cool, like influencers do that, but like I couldn't do that because like I'm not cool enough, or like I'm what's the phrase, I'm a narp. What's like not, what do they call that, non-athletic regular person or something like that. Don't judge me for using social media terms. Also the sun just came in. Now I know I have good light. I mean, that's another message. I think you stepping into your authentic power, meaning just sharing who you are, is going to shine a light on you so that you can be seen for who you are. And for those of you that don't know, as you are seen in your authentic nature, you attract a lot of positive attention. You attract compliments that are not just like passing by compliments. They're like, you're worthy of being seen for who you are. You're worthy of being complimented. You are worthy of being given positive reinforcement and positive attention. You're worthy of being seen in your light. Literally, the light is just, look at how, also my lighting looks so good right now. If we can get this 24/7, I'd be so happy. Frederica, hello. I'm happy you saw me live as well. I'm happy to have you here. So as you step out, whatever way this is for you, I'm really hearing very strongly social media for most of you, but if it comes through in a different way for you guys, just know that that's going to be your way. You'll know intuitively, but there is something here about you stepping out and allowing yourself to be seen, and that as you're seen, you'll be seen by the right people, that as you're authentic, your soul tribe can find you. If you're not authentic and you're not allowing yourself to create and be seen publicly, your soul tribe can't find you. Your soulmates can't find you. Your soul family can't find you. The way that soul tribe acknowledges each other is through authenticity. So if you're stepping out into the public in some way, whatever way that is for you, if you are in communities, if you are leading workshops, if you are public speaking, if you are online, doing anything, influencer, business, online business oriented, anything that would get you out authentically, sharing yourself, sharing your process, being seen, is a position of leadership because you are in self-leadership. Now, they're asking me to explain the differences here. So there are different levels of leadership, but they're all leadership. And there's none that are like hierarchically more than another. They're just different. They're different levels, and they're asking me to explain it. So there's the position of leadership that is literally leading, teaching tribes, right? I fit more into that role. Actually, I think I probably do all of these, but there's another position of leadership that is example based. It is modeling. It is where you just go out and you be the best version of yourself in all the ways that you know to be. You allow yourself to be seen, and you allow other people, you allow yourself to lead by example. You're not like forwardly teaching. You are just an example of someone living in their true authenticity and their true integrity within themselves without inner conflict for the most part. So there's like the leadership through guiding, through teaching. There's the leadership through example. I feel like there's one more, Spirit. Where were you leading me? Oh, and then there's the leadership through teaching. Did I say guiding before? I don't know. There's like, what are the, explain to me the subtle differences here. We have modeling in the middle. Oh, one is more like outward. So the first example of leadership is like a mix of the two. It's both teaching and guiding and leading and modeling through example. Then there's the model, which is the example, which shares through presence. And then there are teachers. And the teachers, what they're telling me is the example they're giving me is it's not, they're not necessarily in a position of mastery of the craft, which is what I would say is the initial leadership position. The teachers know all of the idiosyncrasies on a process, on an industry, on how something works, and they teach that process. They don't necessarily have to be an expert in the exact thing. As far as like, there are a lot of professors that teach business, that, for example, that are not building their own businesses, for example, but they know the process. They know the legalities. They know how to get funding. I don't know, whatever, whatever the specifics are. So there's like leaders, models that go by example, and then teachers that teach the studied methodology. Okay. And if wherever you fit within that, the point is to embrace that aspect of yourself and open the door to step into some position of leadership this week. I'm also hearing the words boss up. I'm actually hearing boss the fuck up. So what that tells me is I feel like there's a call for a lot of you to start thinking about how you can start your own businesses, how you can begin using social media to create an alternate income stream, if not your main income stream, and start doing a little bit of research on some ways that you can do that. I won't get into it into detail because that's like a whole nother level of my knowledge as opposed to just a straight reading. I'm trying to say that that would take me an hour to talk about. So I feel like you guys are being called into business. Boss up. Okay, what else are you guys saying on boss up? Own your power, okay? Don't take no for an answer. I don't know who needs to hear that, but that's coming through very loudly. Don't take no for an answer. Carve your path, know your way, move forward, allow the obstacles to be cleared around you. They will be cleared. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the road of your spirit, of your true inner authentic nature, of your inner guidance system. Knowing that as you approach an obstacle, even if you can see it, it will move out of the way so long as you are firm and unyielding in your energetic expression, your energetic projection. That it's kind of a game of chicken is what's being shown to me. So it's like, if you give the obstacle weight or authority, or say that obstacle is going to be a problem, now you just gave the obstacle power, and now the obstacle gets to root itself in and be like, like, you're going to be the chicken. You're going to have to move first. Because the things that we think about and the things that this has to do with your power distribution. You're giving something power by saying that it's going to be hard. But if you maintain your own power and this is an energetic process, but your projection is strong. Your authority, your personal authority with source is strong to reach your goal. The obstacle has no choice but to jump its little ass out of the way. So if you're playing chicken between you and an obstacle and you're strong and you're unwavering, the obstacle has to move because you're essentially barrel rolling down the freeway like a Mack truck, and that obstacle is like a little, they're showing me like a little rock, but I don't know, it's like a little, like a rock with legs, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna get hit by the Mack truck, and it just pops out of the way and runs away. Spirit, what else do you want to say? Okay, so on the theme of boss up, they're saying magnetize your self-worth. So how do you guys want to explain that? Relieve yourself of insecurity. Reduce the need to know. And move forward as if the resources you need are going to appear out of thin air. If you have insecurities, you can make a log of insecurities. Just write them down. What am I insecure about? Write them down just to get them out and then cross them out. And you can reframe them. Reducing the need to know is being okay with a high level of discomfort of knowing that you're new, knowing that you can't really see the future. And if you try to, you're putting blinders on. So if you embrace the idea that you don't need to know, you embrace the unknown, then the unknown gets to solidify in a way that meets you with something you don't even know to ask for. And you could even pray to receive that which you don't know to ask for. I forget the last thing that they said to emphasize there. I'm being shown that you guys are, they're saying quick step, move your feet. Like they're telling me move your feet, quick step, move your feet, quick step, move your feet. That tells me that there's a lot of rapid action and that you almost, and like, look, the light is coming back on me again too. So it's just further emphasis. Like, it's almost like you don't even necessarily need to know how the actions are going to get you where you want to go. The importance, they're telling me move your feet. The importance is to stay kind of busy is what I'm being shown. To stay out of harm's way as far as getting trapped in the tricks of the mind. Literally, the light is coming in. Move your feet. Tell me more, you guys. Move your feet to receive. All you got to do is just move in the direction of your desires. Whatever you want, just start moving the needle, okay? Just put a couple of actions in. For example, if you want to lose a bunch of weight, like work out once this week, like, or twice this week, or like do 100 push-ups and like just start the process, okay? Like just start the process. Whatever you've got on your mind, whatever you can do to start moving the needle forward, just start doing it. That is like you putting your energy as an investment into your energetic bank account with the universe, saying, I trust Source's ability to provide so much that I'm willing to put a certain amount of my energy into the pool. Tap into your mystical natures. A lot of you are going to be given a lot of divine guidance this week that's going to come through as like intuitive knowing, seeing animal spirits. You might be in meditation. Maybe that's how you download your information. You might be in conversation with someone and they say something and all of a sudden epiphanies click in. It's just going to be mystical. I'm almost seeing like the miraculous open up, like something unreasonable. Like they're showing me the idea of a unicorn. So keep your mind open. This is why it's important for you to have a strong projection, to be in a position of self-authority and self-leadership, to allow obstacles to pop out of the way, and to reconcile with your faith by being okay with not knowing what's going to happen this week, by stepping into the unknown, because there's a unicorn on your horizon. I don't know that I know what that means, other than I can tell you that a unicorn, the downloads I'll get is a miracle. What that miracle is, I'm not sure for you. It's a collective reading, but it would be something so mystical, so miraculous, so out of this world, so something you can never plan. And if you knew it was coming, you'd run. Not because it's bad, you'd run because you'd be like, there's no way. There's just no way that that would happen. Like, there's no way. What? Like, so Spirit's not letting you see ahead. You have to trust ahead and move your feet to get out of your way mentally. There is like an extra awareness of some lower level ego aspects this week. Be mindful of your ego and don't give it runway. If you catch yourself getting stuck in a mental cycle, like a mental hamster wheel, pause, take a few deep breaths, anything in any level of mindfulness, move your feet. They're showing me like little meditative tasks, like go wash the dishes. You know, meditation is anything done under single-minded focus. Okay, you can meditate while you're washing the dishes. You can meditate while you're cleaning your home. You can meditate while you're going for a walk. You could do yoga, you could do movement, you could read. If you like reading, that could be your meditation. The point is, give your mind something to chew on that is constructive, like doing the dishes. Like, I don't know, move your feet so that your mind doesn't construct negative stories that would create false obstacles between you and your path of enlightenment this week, which is leading you towards something very miraculous. They're not even showing me. They're just showing me like dust particles, like these little like sparkles. They're showing me the purple unicorn energy. They're showing me something is trying to materialize for you, etherically and physically. And that if you know what it is, you would never allow it to materialize, because it's a thing that Spirit plays with us, these games, is like, once we know what's gonna happen, even the good stuff, like we have inner saboteurs that are pretty freaking real, and we will jump our butts out of the way even if we would love it. So you're not being shown what it is, how to get there, or even a path, because you would sabotage it. So you're gonna have to trust. You're going to have to trust putting one foot in front of the other. You're going to have to trust that something is going to materialize. It's going to be really fun, really fruitful, a really beautiful, a beautiful harvest of some way. I feel like you guys are reaping some pretty significant and serious rewards that you've like put in some significant effort on. I'm just scanning through the energy, and I'm going to ask them now. I've had this deck in my hands for a minute, so I think I want to pull something here, but let me just tune in. They're asking me to spell out more of this energy just so you could feel the energy. So the miraculous, there's a rainbow, there's like, I'm seeing not the full unicorn, but I'm seeing like an outline with like little stars, purple stars that are building the unicorn. Almost like the unicorn is about to materialize, but it requires your faith to materialize. But what's funny about this is that you can't know what it is. This is like a gift from the universe, you guys. This is like some serious abundance. You can't know what the gift from the universe is, because even if you knew, you would like change all the timelines to F it up. So they're like, we're not telling you, we're just giving you the outline of like, it's a unicorn. So whatever a unicorn is for you, mystical, magical, otherworldly. It's also your third eye. They're showing me the contextualization of their okay, you guys. They're showing me let me say it again. Holy shit. Okay, I'm gonna try to break this down. They're opening up the process for me, the way that you're gonna be moving through the week. They're showing me your third eye is being busted open. Like, my eye will not stop looking at. There are two crystals I have over there that my eye is just catching constantly. One is the ametrine. Ametrine might be significant for you. It's a combination of citrine and amethyst. It is anchoring otherworldly into the physical. And I have an amethyst geode that's also catching my attention. So purple is going to be significant. This is a third eye awakening. It's turning blue now, indigo. I'm literally seeing the crystal over there. I mean, what do they need to know about this third eye awakening? It's going to feel like all of a sudden you're seeing in ultraviolet light. So your psychic gifts are being heightened. You're given a new attunement of awareness this week to be able to see a certain level of manifestation, personal manifestation energy that they're showing me is akin to ultraviolet light. For example, we can't see ultraviolet light, right? It's ultraviolet, violet, it's superior violet. Like, it is not visible to the naked eye, but it exists, and we know because we can feel the heat, right? When you're in the sun and it can burn, right? Like it's very real. It's just not visible. So you're being given access to a new mystical opening where you're going to be given access to a third eye breaking open, epiphanies, where you're going to be able to see the truth of your life, the truth of your personal creative direction, and the truth of your true authentic character by Friday. And all of that is going to feel like a slam dunk. It's going to feel like an all of a sudden coming together. Like Spirit just became the creative director of your entire experience and said, oh, maybe you were lacking a little bit in your clarity of your direction of what your life is going to look like, how you're going to function within it, who you're going to become, and how you're going to get there. So let me put all the pieces into place. And Spirit is giving you all of those pieces into place by giving you access to a total mind-altering, opening third eye experience. And it is being shown to me as an experience. So for some of you, that is going to look like a meditation where all of a sudden you are seeing orbs and colors, and all of a sudden your clairvoyance is turned on. For some of you, that's going to be like an actual, real, like physical, mystical experience where you are physically seeing energy in front of you, or like, I don't know, they're showing me like fairies or like entity types, but in real physical form, almost, in that, like, that veil space. You're going to feel like there's a light shining on your world. In whatever ways of darkness you had before, it's going to be like, for some of you, it's going to be like all of a sudden like, whoa, I can't believe I used to think that way. I can think so clearly now. Because it's going to be the difference between having no light, feeling like you're in the cold, to the difference between being on the beach when it's 78 degrees in a bathing suit. Like, you will feel the warmth of the sun. That's how they're showing me the sensation. That's how it's going to feel, and how it might come across to your mind is that it could be like all of a sudden like, oh, now I understand what the light feels like. Like, now I understand what my personal direction is. Now I understand my future. Now I understand what I have to do. Now I understand how to plan to get there. Now I understand how I need to move and act. Now I understand who needs to go and who needs to stay out of my life. Now I understand what needs to change. Now I understand what moves I need to make. And it's all going to be very easy because you're going to be given this like heightened new sensitivity and awareness for you to embrace the truth of who you are and expose that into your physical reality without pain or heartache. It's a very safe process. And you're being given access to seeing through a new perspective and a new range of color. They're showing it to me like ultraviolet light, but it's like the claircognizance, like the knowing, the understanding of what something is and what direction you choose and how to get there. That's a lot of how this psychic mystical download will be brought to you. It might just feel like total mental clarity. It will totally feel like total mental clarity. That feels great. What else, Spirit? They're telling me, I'm going to try to break down some of the phrases they give me. They said dine in. So I said, what's dine in mean? Be mindful of who you're surrounding yourself with. So what they're saying when they say, Spirit talks in a different language than we typically do. They give me phrases that come with full downloads. So the phrase dine in means collect your energy. It means don't be showy about what you're receiving. Don't give it away. Don't speak to people that don't believe in mystical experiences. Okay, like if one of your friends has, or several friends has never seen a unicorn before, and you're trying to explain, like, I saw a unicorn this week, whatever that is for you, whatever mystical experience you have experienced, like, it's not going to go well, and it will degrade the experience for you, and will remove the energy from you. So they're saying dine in, keep your energy with yourself, stick with people you trust, that you could share things with. Don't use the gifts that are given to you as currency to gain approval from the outside world. These are sacred gifts that are being given to you. The mystical experiences, the abundance, whatever Spirit is giving you this week. I'm seeing big gifts, like physical gifts as well from Spirit. Don't tell anyone. Tell very few people. That's what's being shown to me. Like, dine in. Like, okay, so if you were dining at home, maybe you'd have a significant other. Maybe you'd have one friend, or you'd be by yourself, or a couple of friends, but it's like close knit. It's like, keep it close, okay? Keep a tight community. Keep your mouth shut, all right? Talk at home. That's what they're showing me. Talk at home. Feel free to enjoy yourself around the company of people that you would invite into your home, that people you would trust within your home, in your privacy. Don't go displaying these gifts out in public. That's what they're saying when they say dine in to me. They're saying don't whore yourself out. That's literally what's being delivered. Like, is like don't proselytize, don't show it on display to get credit from other humans. That's not what this is here for. Spirit will pull that shit right from you. It'll pull the rug out from you, okay? So it's like, whatever gifts are given to you, whatever mystical experiences are given to you, whatever intuitive gifts are given to you, whatever physical opulence or abundance is given to you this week. And if it's not this week, it will be very soon. Be grateful, be humble, be honest, be sincere. It is a gift. You are not entitled to it. That is what's coming through very clearly. You have not earned it. It is a gift. The way you have earned this opportunity is you have stayed in your personal truth and your personal integrity, and you have been available and willing to receive. And your energy has brought this opportunity forward, whatever this is going to be for you. And it is a gift from God. Don't turn your nose up at it. Don't flaunt it. Don't air it out for attention. Don't look for validation around it. Just receive it and be thankful that you are so blessed to receive whatever this is. All right. For some of you, they're showing me a baby. I don't know if that's a physical, like you're going to have a baby, or that's a brand new idea, or a business, or an opportunity, or a partnership, wealth, something that you would cultivate like a baby, you would take care of like a baby. It can be a project. It could be a new life path, a new life direction. It could be a new relationship. That's what's being shown there. It could be a financial gift. It could be a bona fide miracle. I don't have examples of those, but it could be a bona fide miracle. It could be a healing miracle. It could be a health miracle. Something that you would just be like, what? Like, was I just graced by God? Yes, you were. Be humble. That energy is coming through very, very, very clearly to me right now. It's like, be humble. Like, you're not entitled to it. It is a gift. Open your arms, be grateful. Just be grateful, all right? Just be grateful. I'm really excited for you guys. I'm just gonna tune in and see if there's anything else they wanna share for this reading, for this week. Your harvest is here. Those of you that have been working very, very hard, your harvest is here. In fact, you even hearing it's here, you probably don't even, you're like, oh, I'm still working. Like, it's here. And I don't know that you know which part of the harvest is about to be reaped. But it's here, and Spirit is bringing it to you because your energy has demanded it forward, because you've been so dedicated to this craft, to your personal growth, working on yourself, being in integrity, being in empathy, and trusting your higher self. All right, I got the koala and the eagle, so we'll piece those two together. The koala is the empathy card. It says speak less and listen more. It's what I was literally saying, channeling earlier. Spirit was saying shut your mouth. All right, if you're talking, you can't hear Spirit. All right, so really keep your ears open and stay in a position of focus on your heart, where you are so heart-centered, so heart-focused, which is why they were bringing up that Samaritan card. Like, do something good for someone else this week that'll put you in a position of being heart-focused and gratitude and humility. And as long as you're there, you're going to hear the spiritual messages when they come, and they will speak sweetly and softly in your ear. Spirit doesn't yell, you guys. Spirit sounds like a whisper. So how attuned to your own personal intuition are you? Can you hear that whisper? Well, to hear that whisper, shut that mouth and start listening. All right. The eagle card was right behind it, which is trust in your higher self. The eagle is very daring. It is the card of freedom. What else do eagles represent? Nesting, monogamy. I am pretty sure they're monogamous creatures. They're very dedicated. High commitment. Okay, so whatever your commitments are this week, whatever pops up for you. Commitment to your higher self. Okay. Make the commitment to stand in your higher power, to align with all of your highest timelines. My quick down and dirty for that is in any moment, your highest timelines are the highest choices you can make in any moment to bring you into your highest states of awareness. You'll know intuitively. It's like making the best choices for yourself over and over and over again throughout your day and throughout your week. That is uniting with, being in step with, being in sync with, and being committed to your higher self, your higher aspects, your higher awareness, your highest timelines. And then as you make that commitment, and that commitment is a choice, and it's a choice on a regular basis, okay? Just like anything else, like a commitment, you don't just like make once and then it pieces out. Like, you need to continually make that commitment to yourself and to your higher awareness, to your higher self, the commitment to be the channel of your higher self, the commitment to step into the highest version of yourself at any time. And that is going to give you the awareness, the light, the sun, the glow, the radiance, the power to magnetize everything you want into your life and more. Shit or get off the pot. You are in opulence season. This is an abundance harvest, okay? Get out of your way. Start, I don't know, what do you call it when you go into the garden and you start collecting like the vegetables and stuff you've been growing? Like, start, like, get it together. Like, this is your like cornucopia, all right? You got a lot of goods coming in. I don't know, like, it's physical. however you want to piece that together for yourself. But it does require your trust and faith to soar, your trust and faith that you are indeed an eagle, that you are trusting, even if you're not soaring yourself, that you're trusting your higher self to lead you through the ability to soar while you are on the ground, taking in the guidance from your higher self by getting quiet, by listening to spirit. And if you notice, the koala is in the tree. Okay, you could go into nature, be grounded, be with nature spirits, meditate and you can even if you're meditating in your home, if you've got plants, meditate with your plants. Like, do whatever you got to do to be like with the earth in some way. The koala is also, what are they're telling me, the bear. It's this like, this isn't specific to koala, but a koala is a bear. So they're telling me bears, like there's the aspect of hibernation. You're coming out of some level of it's not a spiritual slumber. It's like, they're showing me that, like, the Seven of Pentacles card in tarot. It's like you've been working, right? You've been real diligent. And now you're going to step away and like look at what it is that you've been working on. You've been working really hard, and it's almost like being in a cave, like a bear would be in a cave hibernating, but you're not hibernating. You've just been like kind of in a level of hermit mode, like doing your thing, working on your craft, just trying to get it together, right? And you're stepping out of that and or doing it in tandem with your higher self, who is currently soaring, who has all of the things, all of the direction. You're stepping out into the limelight. You're stepping out into the spotlight. You're stepping out to receive. You're stepping out to be seen. Collect up all that beautiful attention. It's going to be wonderful. You deserve it. Also, key reminder, not all attention is created equal, but I do think you guys will be getting some positive attention this week. Just have discernment around the attention. Also, they're showing the two words empathy and spirit, okay? Empathy is the heart. Spirit is spirit, right? I mean, so connecting your spiritual intuition is going to be speaking through your heart. Tap into your heart, listen to your heart, and your heart is going to speak what your higher self needs you to know and needs you to do through the week. Okay. Give me one sec, you guys. All right. Is there anything else you want to communicate? I'm going to pull a couple prayer cards, and then I think we'll call it a day. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. I hope you have a really beautiful week. Let me know what resonates with you in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe, do all the fun things. Thank you for being here. I adore all of you. What do we most need to communicate or know right now? Spirit. Don't allow anyone to throw you off course. Hi, Kathy. Thank you. You're amazing. It takes one to know one, and I appreciate that. I am amazing. We're all amazing. I pray to increase my capacity for joy, bliss, and ecstasy. Okay, so tap into your higher states of awareness in your heart. Allow yourself to open to more joy, more pleasure, more prayer, they're telling me. I pray for an equal and compatible soulmate relationship. Some of you guys have some people coming in. Stay tuned for this one to come out in a collective reading. I think somebody's coming into your life. I pray to know how lucky I am. This is about the humility of like the grace of God, the grace of Source, giving you everything that you need, lifting you up, placing you in the public eye, showing you off. Like God likes to show, God, Source, Infinite Intelligence likes to show their children off. If you're a child of God, like you're going to be shown off by God. So pray to know how lucky you are. And that kind of allows and opens up that process. Sabine Light, I'm ready for the man to come in. I think he's coming in for you. This card never pops out in collective readings for me. So I think that literally, I just saw a bird fly out of the window too. I think it's another confirmation. Okay, we had more. I'm just going to read them all. I pray to release previous ways of thinking that are holding me back. We covered that a lot with the like Plato allegory, the cave and the trickster energy. So just allow that to break through. I pray to know the next right action. Move your feet. Trust the process. Don't overthink it. Just take the actions. And I pray to see the way through. That is having, again, that strong leadership, personal leadership, strong personal authority, strong personal power, and allowing yourself to be so strong in your projection of knowing that where you're going is the right way, and embracing your own personal authority so that the obstacles will sprout little feet and jump out of the way for you. and that your path will be well illuminated, very easy to see, and you'll know exactly what to do and how to move. All right, Law of One, do you want to send any other messages through? Where are we at? I think that's pretty much it. I feel like pulling an affirmation card, so we're going to do that. Oh my gosh. Sabine, yeah. Yeah, right? That was a good confirmation. We welcome the soulmates. Or soulmate. You guys are going to have to know, like tell me at the end of the week, and or whenever you watch this video, I want to know what this unicorn stuff is that's going on. Like, I want to hear the tea. You're going to have to tell me. Come back and drop a comment and be like, this happened. It was crazy. It was beautiful. I'd be like, oh, yeah, sweet. Ultimate potential. This is like the week of weeks. Oh, wait, there's that. Oh, shoot. There's a huge astrological event this week. That's why. This just blew my mind. I'm sorry. Whoever knows it, like, let me know. Magic in the air. Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's magic in the air. There's a big astrological event this week. I think it's on the 20th, and I can't remember what it is. It's like, is it like Saturn and Uranus or Jupiter and Uranus? Which totally makes sense, or Neptune. I can't remember. It's like one that like materializes shit out of nowhere. Like, that is like, totally makes sense that this is coming up. I think it's on the 20th, and I'm pretty sure it's the biggest event of the year. Today is a big day also. Yeah, the 20th. What's today? I was getting that too. I got so many messages today. I was like, what is going on? I'm not an astrologer, but I do like to follow some of it. Anyway, so what popped out is ultimate potential. And here's what I want to point out about this card. There's a giraffe, so the giraffe is you. The giraffe has headphones on. So the giraffe is blocking out any nonsense or noise that is coming from the collective or anyone else that they really don't give 0 Fs about. Okay? Stay in your lane. That's the message this week. Stay in your lane. Keep your mouth shut. Don't go speaking your dreams and visions to people that don't understand them, that aren't on your vibe. Dine in, like keep your energy to yourself. Keep cycling back to yourself. Be mindful of not over giving energy to anyone or anything. This is your mystical experience, this little rainbow. This is a sign that spirit is watching out for you. It's very present with you. And these other rainbows remind me of the pentacles in the tarot, which is lots of coins, which is lots of abundance. And this little giraffe is surrounded by little piles of abundance. So there's very material expression coming into your world right now. An abundance, a harvest. You're going to be collecting. Thank you, universe. Thank you for all of this abundance. Thank you for showing me how worthy I am. Thank you for bringing me the fruits of my labor and my effort. And the card says ultimate potential. You really are stepping into your highest timelines this week. And I really feel like you're solidifying your highest timelines as a result of the eclipse last week. It's almost like whatever changes were in movement from the eclipse are being anchored into your reality, and you're really setting the stones. You're setting up what's going to play forward for you. This feels like a multi-year process. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and my accomplishment. Some good relationships are going to come in your way. Tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. So stay in your lane, okay? This is a frequency, like a musical frequency. It's a frequency. That frequency is your abundance. It is your mystical practice. It is your spiritual practice. It is staying in your lane. It is keeping your, keeping your mind on your own business. Don't allow anyone else into your business. They're just being cute. Anyway, this is a card. If you guys want to screenshot that, feel free, but it's really cute. Okay, that's what I got. Thank you so much for joining me. So much love for you guys. Please let me know if you want to share. I will cheer you on. If not, I'll cheer you on from afar about whatever mystical, miraculous experiences you experience whenever you watch this. And very soon thereafter, Sabine, I think it's a portal. Yes, it must be. I think we're all walking through a big portal right now. And we're locking in the port. And they're also showing me the unicorn on the thing. I didn't contextualize it before, but I had a unicorn right here. Okay, that's what I got. Enjoy your week. Thank you for joining me. If you do love my vibe and you're inspired, I'll leave a bunch of links down below in a number of ways that you could work with me. Kathy, you said popcorn. That's adorable. Yeah, get the popcorn. We're going to be watching the show, right? Like, that's totally the way to go. If you guys are interested, I have a couple of meditation albums, an Akashic Records meditation album, and an I Am Success, like wealth-driven personal power activation meditations album that I think you're going to love. You can work with me one-on-one. I occasionally do one-off readings, psychic readings, intuitive readings. And what else have I got? That's what I got for now. Okay, I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for joining me. I think that's French. I don't know how to say that word though. Thank you so much. Alrighty, lots of love. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great week. Bye.